Welcome to Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, with my co-host, Professor. And this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit hole, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent. But most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hey, Professor, how you doing?
I'm good, Padre. It is just a wonderful day. How are you?
Oh, man, I cannot complain. Like I told you before, we got a full house load of people here coming up from Southern California. You know, they're not staying with, we got about 17 people. They're not staying with us.
Right.
But we're Grand Central Station. So
I understand. Yep. We're going to do a Grand Central Station here in about 10 days.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, yeah, you have all... you'll get to see all your family and stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, family and friends, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Hey, you know what today's podcast is on, right?
Well, let's see. What is it on? It is on the favorite topic for my nephew and grandson, chores. Although these are the chores that we grew up with. Some of them, they wouldn't understand a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. And what's the first one?
Well, the first one, okay, you know, they're so used to, you know, now they do their own laundry, so they use the washing machine and the dryer. But boy, I got to tell you, if they had to hang them on a clothesline, I don't know what they would do. But you remember the clotheslines, right?
Yeah.
We talked about that recently, but, you know, I don't think we talked about clothespins, because that's what we used to hang up the clothes.
Yeah.
And actually, if I understand correctly, the Shakers in the 1700s were the first to use clothespins. And then the first patent on a clothespin was 1809, and that's when they put the spring on the thing, and that's where it started to evolve into more like what we see now. But hanging clotheslines, and you do it in the garage or wherever you have to do it.
Yeah. When it was raining, did you have those little? Did you have that little thing that hung onto the line, and it was a little sack, and all your clothespins went in it?
Yeah. The clothespin sack. Cool. Yeah.
And so you just kind of like you'd keep it, and then you would go down and you'd pin up. So you're always a line ahead. So you pin up and stuff like that.
Now I remember as a kid also going to some hotels. In the bathtub. Yes. Okay, they would have something that you could pull a line across, and it would just stick in the other one so you can hang clothes. I don't know if they exist anymore, but I do remember them. Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. You're right. I remember those as well. But you and I have been traveling for quite some time.
Yeah, we've got some traveling in
business. Yeah. I mean, we've been traveling for business since what, the 70s?
Yep.
Before there was cell phones.
Yep. Before there were cell phones. Before there were pagers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, no, you had to use it. It was a rotary phone. Is that what it was? It might have been a dial tone. No. I mean, it might touch tone. That was maybe the 80. Anyway, ironing though. We've talked
because you had to iron them because they were so wrinkled from being hung up on the.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. But ironing was basically your dress shirts got ironed and so on. And but a lot of kids were taught to do the handkerchiefs and pillowcases, uniforms, and everything else.
Oh yeah.
And ironing boards were different then; they were heavier. Of course, today with all the wrinkle-free stuff, you really don't have to worry about it. But back then, those irons, there were no steam irons back then.
No.
They were just irons, and so people get water bottles and stuff, and get a metal stopper or something, and put holes in it, and sprinkle. And most stuff was cotton back then.
Oh yeah.
And so it had to be pretty hot to get that stuff done. So.
Oh yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, some people used leg stretchers. They would put stretchers in the legs.
Yes.
Okay, to stretch them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And my mom was a tickler for a crease on the pants.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There had to be a crease on those pants. Like you were in the military.
Yep. Yeah.
It was
well, the question is, did you have creases on your underwear? Okay. Well, if you're ironing underwear, anyway.
Yeah, that's a little stretch.
If that's a stretch, yeah. Absolutely.
But not only that, how about washing dishes by hand?
Okay, I still do it.
Yeah,
I still do. I have a dishwasher, but I typically wash them in get them prepped for the dishwasher. But back then, okay, there was no dishwasher. Everything was hand washed. Okay, and typically you dry them right then and there. If you were lucky, some would wash and somebody next to you would dry and go away. So it was a production, but that happened every night. I don't remember dishes in the sink. Okay, they were washed and put away.
Yeah.
Washed, dried, and put away.
If you had siblings, there was always a turn to do the dishes.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you this right now about that. Okay? There is nothing that causes a bowel movement more than having your turn washing the dishes.
I gotta go, man. I gotta go
to the bathroom, and you sit in there for about 15, 20 minutes, hoping that the mom will just get just tired about it and do it herself.
Yeah. Oh, that dinner just. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
That was crazy. What about beating rugs outside?
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yep,
I did that.
Yep.
Yeah, because most of the house that we lived in on San Pablo were our hardwood floors, so we'd have area rugs, and we really didn't have. We had the hand vacuum. You know, you've seen those hand vacuums. You know, but it really didn't get the stuff out the way the vacuums do today.
Oh no, not at all.
Once a month, out there by the clothesline or a real thick wire, and you just hang them and you just beat them to get all the stuff off of it.
Yeah, with a carpet beater. Got a carpet.
Yeah, I mean, the carpet. Yeah, just take the area rug is what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Beat it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was can you imagine kids today going out there? They would complain and say, you know, it's a lung hazard. It's environmental. I can't do that.
I was gonna say, all that stuff you're breathing in. It's like doing the erasers at school.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
All that chalk's going into your lungs.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about in your neighborhood, but did you rake leaves?
Oh yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Raking leaves, and we had to bag them and do all that other kind of stuff. And I mean, we had this is in Jersey. We had three or four big chestnut trees.
Oh my God!
And they would drop leaves like crazy. They would also drop the chestnuts too. And so we would get big piles. We'd love to jump in them and, you know, in the leaf piles and everything else, and have to rake them up again. But that was, there weren't leaf blowers back then or anything like that. Basically, it was a rake in a bag, and you had to take care of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, had to bag that by hand too.
Bag it by hand, and and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Along with that, after you're done raking, then you got to mow the lawn.
I know. And there were no electric mowers back then,
or no gas.
not in the 50s and early 60s, but it was all just the little rotary motor. You had to push it, and the blades just spun. And if unfortunately had to do wet grass, it made it a lot harder. Okay, and trying to get all those clippings up and so on. That was a lot of work.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? You lived up in New York and Jersey, right?
Right.
Did you have to shovel snow?
Oh gosh, yes. I remember shovel snow. We had a driveway. Yes, shovel snow. The pass. Oh, absolutely.
That had to be horrible.
I did not like shoveling snow. That's a lot of work, because you get these big wide shovels. Okay, so you get a bunch of snow into that shovel, and it's heavy. And no kidding, it was not fun. It was not fun at all. And so when we got those snow blowers, although actually what I do remember though, there were some four-wheel drive Jeeps and stuff that had snowplow things. So they would come through and try to do the road. And if you could hire somebody to come and plow your driveway, you could do that. So but the pass, down to stuff, you had to do yourself. So I remember walking to school because my school was only about 4 blocks away, a couple of long blocks. But I remember one winter, I was walking and the snow was up to my knees. And school was still, but I was a little kid. School was still on. Don't know why, but I remember walking all the way. That's another thing that's hard to do.
Yeah, that was the other thing, is that school was always open. for us, it didn't matter if it was 105. You're still going to school.
Yeah. It's true.
You know,
That's true.
for you, knee-high deep snow, you're still going to school.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, I know.
Me being a California, LA, SoCal boy, didn't have to worry about shoveling snow.
Right. You didn't. No, but I did. Going up back there, I definitely did. Leaves and snow, yeah. Did you ever clean windows with vinegar and newspaper?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that's how you did it.
That really worked.
It does work, yeah. Of course, you would get newsprint on your hands if you didn't wear gloves or something, and nobody wore gloves.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they had rubber gloves back then, but yeah. Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Right.
Boy, when I think of the things that we used to do with chemicals and stuff like that, where we wouldn't either get near it now or we'd have protective gear on. Ooh, it's amazing. There's a lot. Whatever. It's crazy. Yeah.
No, for child endangerment. Would have been arrested for child endangerment.
I know. No Windex in it. Everybody knows what vinegar smells like. So, you're putting that on a window, and that was a lot of work, and that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. Not at all. No.
That's terrible.
Yeah, not good.
Did you have to peel potatoes?
I didn't have to peel potatoes. I did sometimes, kind of like I was helping out. But I didn't shell peas. I never remember shelling peas. Because I'm not even sure if I ever ate peas. Yeah, I ate peas when I was a kid. Yeah.
We had to do. I had to do beaver tail cactus and take off the thorns first of all, because my mom used to make Nepalis and used to put them in a mole sauce. It was delicious.
Wow.
So you'd take off the first. You would take off the thorns, which were about that long. You had a beaver tail. And then you'd just take a peeler and you peel off the skin, and then she would cut it.
Right.
She just did an outstanding job. But I had to do
you did the sticky work.
Right. So I go out because my grandfather. I lived with my grandfather and mom when I was much smaller, and we would go out. I'd go out because he had beaver tail cactus out in the yard, and we'd chop it off, bring it in, and do all that stuff. He made mole sauce, was just awesome.
Interesting. Yeah.
So and as far as cleaning the house, she was big time. I mean, she moved the furniture every week. We dusted everything. My thing was we had to dust every surface.
Oof.
There was no dust, and because there's no air conditioning back then.
Right.
So the windows are open, the doors are open. So all this wind, all this dust comes in. So it was like an every other day event.
Did you have screens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Stuff still gets in. I get that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had screens, but I mean, it's still, the screens just keep out the flies.
Yeah. We had storm windows too. We had screens and storm windows. Yeah. That was a trip, having to put them on there. Take off the screens, put on the storm windows. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have the spray. We had the lemon pledge, which was the oil.
The oil. That's it. Yeah. And you have rags and everything else. Yep. That's how it was back then.
Oh, that was bad. I mean, she taught me to be a clean freak.
Yeah.
Everybody's still like, you know what? I like everything. Like they know, like I told you before about 4th of July, I couldn't stand the fact that there was dishes. We were going to go see the fireworks.
Right.
Excuse me. I couldn't stand the fact that there was dishes in the dish or in the sink.
Right.
It's got to be done.
Right.
That goes back to, shall we say, my training.
Your training. Absolutely. That goes back to your training.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where was a Roomba back then?
Exactly. Did you ever scrub floors?
I did scrub floors. I had the occasion to scrub floors. Yeah. No fun. Hands and knees. Scrub, brush. Yeah. Wet that. I mop floors. I did all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, mop, huh? Yeah, by hand.
Yeah. By hand. Did it both ways, by hand and with a mop. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of mops, having to wring out the mop by hand. Okay, typically. Until they came out with a bucket that had a wringer in it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you could do it that way, but still. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't believe that. I mean, all those, and then my mom just put all kinds of bleach and stuff like that, and we were doing linoleum, because she wanted that, and everything would smell so clean. Oh,
That it
Pine
does.
Sol or bleach or
Yeah,
something.
Pine Sol. Pine Sol was a Mr. Clean. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mr. Clean, that was another one.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
it
know.
had to be. I mean, the house smelled like almost like a hospital.
Yeah, you really. I know.
I mean, she had that baby clean.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
They got
No
clean.
furniture. There was no dust bunnies. Nothing.
No, there isn't anything now. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nothing there. It's all taken care of.
Oh
What
yeah.
about cleaning out the refrigerator?
Oh, oh yeah. Oh, that was at least once a month.
Yeah.
Cleaning it out.
Uh,
I mean, that was it. I mean, sometimes we're much better. I'm much better than that now that I'm here. But sometimes when I used to travel, be away for a month, I'd come back and there'd be science experiments in the refrigerator. Don't open this up. Something's alive. Something's got a heartbeat in this jar.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because they didn't have removable trays. It was different. The refrigerators were different. They worked,
Yes.
but they didn't have antibacterial wipes. I mean, you basically had to get everything out of the refrigerator, throw away the stuff that needs to get thrown away, and then you're out there with your Clorox or your whatever it is you're going to, or Pine Sol, whatever, a mixture, and wiping everything down. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. Go along with that is defrosting the freezer manually.
Yeah, there was no auto defrosters,
Oh,
or
no.
frost-free refrigerators back then. Everything had to be defrosted.
Oh yeah. The big, and if you waited too long, it would just the freezer would be getting smaller and smaller because the ice was building up around the
Well,
side.
I know it's interesting because we have a freezer. I'm not going to tell you how long we've had it because that'll jinx it because it's still working. Okay, but we had it on Oxford for years. To give you an idea. Anyway, and it's a full freezer. And some people around here, I won't say any names, tend to stuff it kind of full. And occasionally it won't get shut all the way.
Oh.
And so then you open it up and now it's all starting to ice up on the inside. And the only way to do it, everything comes out, and guess whose job this is? Okay, I didn't do it, but guess who fixes it?
You have to do it.
Yeah. Everything comes out. It's in the garage, okay? I have to bring it out. I did this in Oxford, the same thing out there. Bring it out to the edge of the garage where the lip is, okay? And I would tilt it, okay, so that it would just stay tilted. And then I have to I hose it out till all the ice is out and let it dry and back it up, plug it in, fill it up again.
Oh, yeah.
So the good news is that when I do that, we end up cleaning out the freezer. Now we got plenty of room for them to fill it up again. So, and then I have to clean it again. It's just one of those cycles,
Yeah, I got to tell you, that's too funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious because you don't have to do it.
I know it. But yeah, I remember that there'd be puddles everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever? And what part of our job is taking out the trash.
Yep.
To the curb for the garbage guy.
Right. Yeah. No, we're not talking on wheels.
Yeah. Remember the heavy metal cans?
Yeah, the metal cans. What there was. There was metal cans.
Galvanized, and they were all beat up and dented up and stuff like that.
Yeah. And if you're talking about the 32-gallon cans,
yes,
or bigger, well, they were 32-gallon cans. Okay, now you fill that up with garbage. It could be kind of heavy. So you're huffing and puffing to try to get them where they had to go.
Oh, and before that, we had to burn the garbage.
Okay, now I never had to do that.
Yeah. We had a little. It looked like a little pyramid with a little opening, and you would put the garbage in, and there'd be a little fire underneath it, and you'd burn the garbage.
Yeah, no, that we didn't have to do.
Yeah, they finally said, you know what, we're getting too many people in this area. We probably better, give them some service.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, LA had service, but these communities that they considered too far out, which was like 5 miles. That's too far out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. I was back in Manhattan a couple of years ago with my son and grandson, and I forgot how much when I was living there I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now. Yeah. But I did appreciate stuff even then. Yeah. But it just astounds me, and I'm sure it's the same thing in LA or big cities. It is amazing that everything that's supposed to get done gets done. People get food, the trash gets taken out, the plumbing works, okay, for 8 million people. How's that possible for all that happen? And then you start thinking how much food has to be grown.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-boggling if you let yourself get into it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Let me tell you what's mind-boggling. All right.
What?
Keeping the animals from getting into the trash at the time. Okay? Overnight, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember back then, dogs used to run wild through the street.
Yeah.
I mean, dead. I mean, there was all kinds of dogs out on the streets, all kinds of cats.
Yeah. We didn't have that much. We didn't have that much. Not in my neighborhoods. We didn't have that.
We had all kinds of animals out there.
Yeah. We lived in different areas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did your mom make you make your bed?
I made my bed, and I did it with hospital corners. Because that's exactly where it is, and I still do it to this day. I make them with hospital corners, and I try to make it as tight as I can. Okay. I remember when I was learning and so on, flipping the quarter on it to make sure it bounces and all that kind of stuff. Okay, which is I do that. No, hospital corners, and I still do it now. Okay, absolutely. That's just the way you made the bed.
Drilled into our psyche.
Drilled into the psyche. Yeah, it's like on autopilot going home. Okay, autopilot making the bed.
Yeah. It's kind of like our grandson. I'll make your bed. Okay, he kind of throws the blankets on there.
Yeah.
That looks good enough.
Yeah. Well, my nephew doesn't even have to make a bed because he just lays on top of it, throws a loose blanket on him.
Yeah, there you go, huh?
So what making a bed? Yeah, I know. Did you have to rinse and return glass bottles?
Absolutely. That's how we got our money to go to the show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you got deposits on them. You get that back. Yep.
Absolutely. We would find them out in the street.
Right.
Back then people just drank stuff and they threw it out of their window. We would go through, and you'd get just pennies on it or whatever, but the show only cost a dime to get in.
Oh, I was going to say, you don't need a whole lot of bottles to go to the show.
Oh, yeah. This little money. Oh, we had a blast.
That definitely was a chore. There's not about it.
What
about sweeping the sidewalk or driveway?
Yeah, the driveway, yes.
Yeah.
You had to sweep that. You had to make sure that it was tidy. That went along with when you raked. You also swept the driveway. Yeah,
you would sweep the side. You would sweep the sidewalk leading up to the house or stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting because in Benicia, when I was working and had the building, I oftentimes would go out and sweep in front, just sweep it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I got that from Jim Sanders because I used to watch him doing it. He reminded me about that. Yeah. You remember him, right?
No,
he was a State Farm agent.
Oh, okay, that's
he was
right.
First and I Street. Yeah.
Oh.
And of course, I used to do this all the time, and I don't do it anymore. I just whatever. Just washing the car by hand.
Oh yeah.
Now I know that was you is a big deal. Are you still doing it now?
I still do it on the truck.
Oh, on the truck. Okay.
On the truck, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody washes it but me. Well,
okay.
My grandson now washes it. He wants to learn some. So I go out there. You come out with me. You help me wash it. He dries it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm very big about that, and that's again my psyche because how everybody goes out for a Sunday drive. Okay.
I remember doing that. Yes.
We went out for a Saturday drive because Sunday was cleaning the car day.
Okay.
Okay. And one of my jobs was a toothbrush, and you got into the pedals and you knocked out the little rocks that are in there.
Yeah, the little pebbles that get in there.
Yeah, get in there. And then I had a little Swiss broom because there was no vacuums, right?
Right.
And so you just whisk the carpets.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And that was my dad was very finicky about his car, so that's where I get it from.
Yeah, I still remember. I remember for whatever reason you borrowed my M3 once.
Yes.
And you brought it back immaculate.
No, I armor all the whole thing. Well, you loaned it to me. I didn't remember.
I get it. I mean, like you, I was raised. Okay, if you borrow something, give it back in better condition.
Yeah. That was so funny.
Yeah.
I can't remember why I had to borrow it, but something happened, and
I don't remember what it was
you
either.
were gracious enough to say, you know what, just go use my car or something like that.
I don't remember. It was something. I don't remember what it was, but I
I
remember.
don't either. I don't either. I just remember that made sure that the car was clean and that we armor rolled everything for you.
Yeah.
You know.
It was probably the cleanest it was.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, although I kept it. I mean, I kept it clean.
Oh, you kept it clean
because I'm still the same way. I mean, it still bugs me now, and I just even because we take the dog out, sometimes to for a walk or whatever, and or when we take her over to the coast, and there's nose prints on the window, drives me crazy, and so on and so forth. But I always pick up after myself.
Oh, sure.
Nobody in my house I shouldn't say that, but no one is as diligent as I am when it comes to trying to keep my car clean. And I don't keep it as clean as I used to. I used to be like you. Okay, it was immaculate. Now I'm getting too old to make it immaculate. It's presentable. Okay, as long as it's clean and presentable. Okay, and anybody could come into it. I'll be fine with that. Yeah. Now something that was a chore back then, which I don't know about you, but it's still a chore today. Is bringing in the groceries and putting them away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a timeless chore.
Yeah.
Because everyone eats. Yeah, everybody gets groceries. So someone's got to putting them away. Yeah. And so, I still do that now. But
I remember this movie, and it was called Mine, Yours, and Ours. It was with Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda.
Oh, wow.
And it was about two families that got together. The Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda get married, and they've both got like 7 kids each. Okay,
a lot of mouths to feed.
They're not even Hispanic. Look at all these kids.
Yeah, really.
And so what ends up happening is they're all together, and they show them going to the store. Okay, they buy like 5 carts of groceries, right? In the checkers, and it comes up to $120. So I said, that's like 3 bags of groceries today.
Well, I was going to say, as far as groceries, I remember, and it was probably in the 70s. Okay. And I don't remember if it was on the East Coast before I moved out or after it. It used to be I remember about $5 to $10 a bag of food. It's easy 50 to 70 a bag now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's amazing.
It's almost $5 an item, minimum.
Well, you're right. Yeah, that's the entry price. Yeah. That's your entry fee, $5. Okay, just to get. I know what's less than $5.
Yeah.
And I'm in Oregon and you're in California, so it's worse where you are.
Oh, it definitely is.
Because you get a sales tax on top of it. I don't.
Yes, you're right.
So,
you're right.
Yeah. And it was something that you had to do back then, because I wouldn't have gotten one if I didn't agree to do this, is pick up after the family dog.
Okay.
Yeah. So you had to take care of the dog.
Now, I was lucky.
You didn't have a dog.
Being Hispanic, we only had Chihuahuas.
Oh,
So they don't leave big messes.
Yeah, that's true. They're little poops.
My uncle actually bred Chihuahuas, and so that's where we got them from.
Okay.
So, I remember little Pee-wee was my dog.
Well, I had Nosy.
He hit me on the lip.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, Nosy was a dachshund. We had a dachshund.
And there was no poop bags like they are today.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's no. You had to get a shovel or this or that or whatever. Yeah, to pick them up.
And the like I said, Chihuahuas don't leave a big mess.
Yeah, they don't. Dachshunds are bigger, but not that big of a mess.
Yeah.
But there's no poop bags or anything like that as far as that's concerned. And I remember once that my dad and I took a ride down to visit his parents down on the Jersey coast and the Jersey Shore, and we took Nosy with us. And we pull up in front of my grandparents' house, and he opens the door, and Nosy jumps out and takes off. And my dad is going all over the neighborhood, everywhere, trying to get that dog back.
Oh, no.
Finally gets the dog back, whatever. But just little crazy memories that stick in your head. Never mind the time. And this is, and of course, this will all tie together. Do you know what I wanted to be when I grew up?
I think you told me one time, a veterinarian.
Veterinarian.
Yeah.
So Nosy, okay, I was in the backyard and he was out there running around, whatever it is, and this other big dog came over and just took a chunk out of Nosy's shoulder. I mean, it was a gash about that long.
Oh.
Dad scooped him up, went to the vet fixed him up, and he got better. So that must be where that desire to be a vet came from. Okay, it pretty much goes together, doesn't it? So, yeah. Of course, who picks up after the dog now?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, lucky you. Who does?
Yeah. Travis. It's his dog.
Oh, it's his dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, I'm thinking of Jenny's dog.
Oh, they're both in dog heaven.
Okay, they're in dog heaven. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, I pick up after our dog because there's no real kids to it. Yeah, or Jackie and I do it. And something that still happens now, even than back then, is weeding the garden by hand.
Oh, that long tool with a little fork in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Still use it now. Okay, but they do have Granddad's weed eater. And
I've seen those.
I got one, and it actually works. It works. Yeah, you got to get your technique down. It works. Yeah. It doesn't work well if it's really dry ground. Right, but if it's moist or damp ground, yeah, it works pretty well. So I have a plethora of weeds in an area of my back that they've taken over, and I gave up. They won. The weeds won. Yeah, they won the battle. I'm done.
It's messy, slow, and exhausting.
Yeah, and in the summer, when the heat's beating down on you. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to use sprays, but sometimes you do. So okay. Yeah. And of course, the other one, which is a chore, and that'll always be a chore, is helping with the younger siblings. I didn't have any younger siblings. I didn't have to worry about that, but I know it's a chore.
Oh, and don't forget, our parents were very young, and they lived through the Depression, and some of them were, the fathers were certainly, some of them fought in World War II at a very young age. So, of course, they've taken that mindset. This is what I was doing when I was young, so I can have my kids watch their younger brothers and sisters.
Sure.
And I remember one time, and you hear this story. You hear the story, sometimes you don't believe it. My wife and her sister, they were, I think, maybe 12 and 14 or something like that, had to watch all the younger siblings while the parents went to Las Vegas.
That must have been fun.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about one of them was like a 1-year-old. But, they put on those responsibilities on us.
Oh, yeah.
We just okay, we just did it.
Yeah.
Took care of toddlers. And the hard part was there was no such thing as the disposable diapers.
Oh no, it's all cloth diapers. Yeah.
It was all cloth diapers.
Yeah. Cloth diapers and the pins, and in fact, I'll tell you a little quick story. But since we're talking about diapers, Justin was probably about 3 months old, maybe. We had a waterbed. This was in San Ramon, and we had a waterbed. Yeah. And it was my turn, so I picked up night. Okay, and you know what's coming. Okay, so I took out I stick the pin wherever it is. I stick it and so on because I knew I didn't want to lose it. And everything's fine. Tidied them up, whatever it is. Go back to sleep, and 30 minutes later, it feels kind of wet in here. So sure enough, I put a hole in the waterbed. So yeah. But actually, if there's lots of kids, and it doesn't even there's lots of kids, that's good practice. That really is good practice to be able to do that. So that's a good chore. You don't like it maybe, but it definitely helps you for downstream later when you have your own kids.
You also learn responsibility too.
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, a lot of these chores were about responsibility, learning to do things.
Absolutely. You're right.
And be able to do things independently and so forth. So, while they were chores or we didn't like them, looking back wow, I'm glad I learned how to do that. So,
How about running errands alone on foot or your bike? Did you ever have to do that?
Um, um, I don't remember having to do that in Jersey, but I do remember in Manhattan as a young teen having to go to the store and pick up something like that. But it wasn't a major shopping or anything like that.
Right. We had that. We had if the guy couldn't deliver, my mom needed it right away.
Right.
It would just send me down to a little store called Augie's.
Okay.
Now, of course, me being a wimpy kid, she never sent me with money.
Okay.
Because the ruffians in the neighborhood would just take the money from me. So she had a rolling tab there because they knew her.
Okay, that's good.
And I said, my mom needs this. Okay, we'll put it on the tab, and then she'd come and pay for it once a week.
Yeah. Down in those.
Yeah, like bread and I'm running short on milk, and bread, and so she would run down and get it. I'd run down and get it.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like in your area too. In our area, it was very trusting. And, people trusted each other. Mm-hmm. Okay. It was, at least I grew up in a safe neighborhood. It was trusting. Okay. You can go out, you could play whatever it is. And you're right. If you went to a store like that, if you went through all the time, they knew each other. Yes. All that stuff. That was good. I wish those days were there now. So, but
just
they're not.
Think about this. You're like 14 years old and you're just, okay, I'm walking to the store.
Yeah.
Just walking down to the store, and it's all the traffic and it didn't matter. Just going back there and okay, I'll get my stuff. I'm done.
Yeah. What about helping to fix things versus replacing them?
Yeah. Well, what do you say? We'll run a little long. Let's make this one the last one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Helping fix things instead of replacing them.
Right. I still do that now when I can. Okay. But I do remember as a kid, I used to like to take things apart and put them back together again. I did like to do that. So
did you ever break anything?
Probably. Probably. Okay. Yeah. But and I in fact one of the best courses that I took that I enjoyed was tractors. Okay, we had to take a tractor totally apart. I mean, down to everything. We're talking about down to the cams and everything else, all the way apart, and put it all back together again. That was a great class. I like that. I like hands-on stuff like that. So fixing things, I like fixing things.
I was going to say, when my kids know what I'm going to tell them, right? It ain't broken till Dad can't fix it. Okay? End of story. It ain't broken till Dad cannot fix it.
Yeah.
So they know, all of them know, don't throw anything away till I take a look at it.
Yeah. I my neighbor across the street, she's pushing 70 and she's recently widowed. And so she calls me last night and she says, oh, my faucet in the kitchen, it's leaking. And so I said, I'll be right over. So I get my pipe wrench, whatever, and a channel lock because I figure I might need it. So I go on over there, and now I am not as spry as I used to be. I mean, I'll still get on the floor and I'll do my exercises and stuff like that. And I can get up and down reasonably quickly. But, getting down under a kitchen sink, okay, where you're on your back like that. And so it turned out that she tried to turn it off, but she didn't turn it off all the way. So because it was a really sticky valve. So I got it all. So I stopped the leak. Okay. But it was leaking from the faucet. Okay. And it was a really old faucet. So she decided she wanted to fix it. And I was going to say, I replaced faucets recently at my house on the coast. Okay. Right. I didn't volunteer to fix it for her. Okay. To replace it because that would mean on my back, reaching up there. It's kind of like, there are some things I just won't fix now.
Yeah. Plumbing's one of them. I mean, we have to do that. That is really tough.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. I mean, it's funny though.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. I mean, what else? I mean, there was always plumbing. There was I even do electrical.
I would mess with electrical a little bit. Sure. Yeah. I mean, if an outlet breaks, I'll replace an outlet. Okay. That's no big deal. That's a minor detail. Yeah. So
minor details and stuff like that. Yeah. We used to be able to do our cars, but not anymore.
No.
Forget that noise.
Yeah. No, yeah, fixing the cars. I used to climb under there and do your oil changes, change starters and
Oh yeah,
alternators and all that kind of stuff.
you're absolutely
We
right.
do that all the time. Regulators. Okay.
Mhm,
I would do my own tune-ups. Okay. You know,
Not-
everything from the points and the plugs and the wires and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right.
And now, okay, real quick. So
Mhm.
I've got a Ford C-Max. It's a plug-in hybrid.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Mhm, mhm.
Okay. It's great. Now you've replaced batteries in cars before, right?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Piece of cake, right?
No,
Not in
no.
this car. It's in the back. Okay. Underneath if you lift up the hatch, underneath the floor, buried in there, was
Oh.
$450 to replace that battery.
Oh. Was it labor?
Oh yeah, labor and the battery. It was
Yeah.
a lot. So
Well, I know batteries now run about $200.
right, yeah, right. They do, but you could but most cars you can get right to it, and it's a
Right
piece of
there.
cake. So,
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so cool. Good.
Well,
Chores.
Professor, what do you say we bring this one to a close, buddy?
We'll bring it to a close, and then we'll get on to the next one later.
Yeah. You got it, my man. You have a great deal. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Have a good week. Take care.
Bye bye. We'd like to thank you for listening and remind you if you happen to have any baby boomer topics you'd like us to cover, just email us at growingupboomer@gmail.com. And until next time, may God bless.